Yeah, it's pretty raucous. The rally inside this convention center was a raucous one. At least 6 times, protesters in some cases had to be dragged out of the building. But outside the parking lot, it at times had all the makings of a potential riot. There is tear gas in the parking lot as we speak. Earlier in the evening, demonstrators outside tried to break their way into the building, trying to knock down a door. They were unsuccessful in that. There was rock throwing, name calling, and a lot of scuffles. At one point, there was a shot fired. There was a bullet that shattered a glass window of this facility. At one point, a vendor with Trump T-shirts and hats had his table overturned, and someone tried to set that on fire. At another time, there was fire, quote, thrown at some of the mounted police who were trying to control the crowd. This has gotten particularly nasty, and it's still ongoing. Most of the people inside the building aren't being let out because of the tear gas just a few moments ago. While tonight's rally was going on, while all that was happening in the parking lot, Washington State has just closed its ballots. There were several rivals, former rivals, on the ballot still. They didn't get their names off, but they have all withdrawn now. So effectively, Donald Trump will walk to a win, uncontested in Washington.
With his path to the Republican nomination clear, Trump has begun ramping up his counterattacks on Hillary and Bill Clinton in the wake of her attacks on him as a sexist and a misogynist.
I keep hearing about this woman thing. I think I'm doing really well with women, but what do I know? I want to set records with women, not with men. The hell with the men. I don't know for a fact that Hillary's going to be allowed to run. She's got a thing called an FBI investigation. I see this lowlife. She puts on an ad. Did you know that Donald Trump was rooting against housing because he wanted housing to go down because he wanted to buy? And they've got some clip of me from many years ago where I'm saying, yeah, if it goes down, I'm going to buy. I'm a businessman. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Trump today fired back at Clinton and the left for suggesting that he has not made good his pledge to donate $1 million to veterans groups.
I raised almost $6 million for the veterans, including putting up $1 million of my own money. I had no obligation to do anything or to do so. And I get nothing but bad press from the dishonest media. It is absolutely disgraceful. Why don't they look into the Clinton Foundation? You want to see dishonesty.
Earlier today, Trump admitted that he had not yet made that $1 million donation, but soon will. Trump's answer to accusations of sexism is to focus on Hillary Clinton as an enabler of Bill Clinton's womanizing, who even defended him and badmouthed some of the women who accused him of misconduct. But back in the 90s, Trump himself defended Bill Clinton and called some of his accusers losers.
He is really a victim himself, but he put himself in that position.
Here in New Mexico, where almost half the population is Hispanic, Trump's tough immigration views are unpopular, and he was interrupted by demonstrators a number of times. Still, Trump didn't back down from his plan to build a wall and have Mexico pay for it.
Oh, we're going to build the wall. Don't worry. We're going to build the wall.
Trump heads to California tonight, where tomorrow he plans another mega rally in Anaheim. California, another state with a very high population of Hispanics, and many of them with a very unfavorable view of the Republican frontrunner for the presidency. Brett?
Hey, Carl, I think we have some of that tape that you just referenced, some of the live pictures still coming in, but we have some of the tape coming in from the effort with the mounted police officers. It looks fairly calm as you look live right now, and it seems like everyone is kind of filing out of there. So no other reports of any any disturbances.
It's fairly typical. Early on in the Trump campaign, when some of these bigger rallies happen, sometimes these demonstrations in the parking lots lasted for quite some time. But the real big point of it is when people start leaving the Trump event and they get into the parking lot where the demonstrators are waiting. That's when it gets nasty. Doesn't take very long. Most of the people in the Trump organization, the Trump rallies, want to get home after these things. But for about 20 minutes there tonight, it was looking pretty violent in the parking lot.
Okay. Live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, side of that rally, as you're looking live outside. Mike Huckabee.